Okay. So this week, the full moon which is coming this week is a special full moon, Buddha Purnima. It is on this full moon Gautama got enlightened and became Buddha. The beauty of Gautama's, Gautama Siddhartha's life design is he is born on a full moon and his realization happened on a full moon and his samadhi also happened on a full. It is a very special full moon for all meditators. Any full moon has a lot of cosmic energy. The day of the full moon, the day before, and the day after. These 3 days have a lot of cosmic energy in any given calendar month. So these 3 days, we should do more and more meditation. But this Buddha Purnima is a very special one. We remember the teachings of Buddha. And it inspires us to attain our own Buddhahood. Many people think Buddha is a name, but Buddha is not a name. His name is Gautama Siddhartha. After getting enlightened, he became Buddha. When Buddha got enlightened, the first thing he wanted to do is to teach his friends, his fellow seekers. So when his friends called him Gautama, he immediately stopped them and said, "Don't call me Gautama. Call me Buddha." So Buddha is a state of consciousness. Anybody can become a Buddha. Like Jesus is the name. But when he got enlightened, he became Jesus the Christ. Whether it is Christ or Buddha, it simply means enlightened consciousness. So it is not the name of the person. It is the state of your consciousness. Highly enlightened consciousness. We call them as Buddha. A person with full of buddhi is a Buddha. And Gautama Buddha never spoke about God. He never used the word soul. All his teachings are Dhamma, righteousness. Dharma means righteousness. His entire teachings are righteousness. And he noticed that there is suffering everywhere. The suffering is because of adharma. The suffering is because people are not doing the right things. Fundamentally, there is greed, Krishna. And because of Krishna, there is suffering. And Krishna is coming because of avidya, lack of spiritual education. And to have the right spiritual education, you need to do the right things. He has given eightfold path. The eightfold path is all about righteousness, doing the right things. It is very simple. When you do the right things will happen in your life. What is the right thing to happen in your life? Is you getting enlightened is the right thing happening. Your very purpose of life on the planet Earth. You have come to planet Earth The very reason the soul has incarnated is for enlightenment. To become a better version of yourself, or soul essence, or soul evolution, or soul perfection. All symbolize, these English words say the same thing, enlightenment. When you don't know something, you are in darkness. When you realize something, when you know something, you are no more in darkness, you are in light. That is enlightenment. Knowing about your own self is enlightenment. What are you? What is this made of? What is life? What is the purpose of life? Where did you come from? Where will you go? To know everything about yourself is enlightenment. How to live life, how to live the physical life, how to interact with fellow human beings, and how to carry your life delicately on the planet Earth. How to have the right livelihood, how to have the right speech, right actions, right views, right intentions, right efforts, right concentration, finally, right meditation. He has given the Eightfold Path. When you follow this Eightfold Path, you know how to live life, you know how to deal with others, you know how to enjoy life, you know how to live a meaningful life, you know how to live a celebrated life, and ultimately, you know yourself. You realize yourself. So that is this Eightfold Path. Spirituality doesn't mean meditation alone. Spirituality doesn't mean meditating, reading books, listening to spiritual talks. That is only half the story. Spirituality means how you carry yourself in your day to day life. What is your behavior? How you earn your money? How you sustain this physical body? What kind of words you speak? What kind of actions you do? This is real spirituality. Real spirituality means to live a perfect life, to live a happy life, to live a non-violent life, to live a life full of celebration. That is spirituality. Many people have the misunderstanding Buddha is a serious person. Of course, yes, when he's giving the sermons, when he's giving the talk, when he's giving the jnana, of course he's a serious person. But other than his teaching time, he's full of laughter. That's why in China and other Asian countries, there is a concept called laughing Buddha. Of course, when you are teaching meditation, you should be serious. Sometimes, there is certain feedback or comments people give me, sir, you are very serious when you are teaching. Of course, this is my dharma. I don't program myself to be serious. I never do that. It is a natural state of affair. When you are speaking about truth, how can you laugh? When you are laughing and speaking about the truth, can the student be sincere? Can the student has complete focus. No. The right things in the right time. In the teaching space, every teacher is always a sincere and a serious person. Of course, if the teacher is a real teacher, I'm speaking. Some people, they want to impress the audience. The people who want to impress the audience, yeah, they would like to have a smile and they would like to do things so that they are making sure the audience are happy. In other words, he is an entertainer. But a real teacher will never do that. The real teacher's concern is the evolution of the student. He is not an entertainer. And of course, if you see any teacher, any sincere teacher you see in his casual time, in his personal time, or in his non-teaching space, he's full of laughter. He's full of joy. So Buddha is not a serious person. Buddha is always for celebration. Buddha is always for enjoyment. When you are learning, you need to be serious. When you are applying your learning in your day-to-day life, you are celebrating, full of joy. Gautama Buddha always used to make the people sit and meditate. Any person who comes to him, he will say, first close your eyes and sit. It is only after meditation the wisdom starts. The fundamental teaching of Buddha is non-dependency. Non-dependency is the very fundamental teaching of Gautama. His final words before he vacated the body is Apo Deepo Bhava. Only you can help yourself. The ultimate truth. Only you can help yourself through your own sadhana, through your own willpower, through your own sincerity. Only you can help yourself. Nobody can help you. You might get guidance, but if you are not implementing that guidance with your own sincerity, it is of no use. So nobody can help you in your enlightenment journey. That is the fundamental teaching of Gautama. Only you can help yourself. That is the first. That is the first point. The moment you remember Buddha, the first thing which comes is Apo Deepo Bhava. Only you can help yourself. So better I close the eyes and meditate. The affairs of the world will go on forever. Do not delay the practice of meditation. The affairs of the world, the external things, will go on forever. People say, oh, I've become a grandmother, I need to take care of my grandchildren. When you're a mother, you need to take care of your children. When you become a grandmother, you need to take care of your grandchildren. So, if you consider from the birth to death, always there is something to do. As a student, you have a lot of subjects to study, no time. You need to focus on play, sports, studies. When you are a teenager, then that is also engaged in your own infatuations and hormonal changes and attractions. Then again, in your younger days, finding a job, earning money, getting married, and after getting married, looking after the children, their education, their future. And by the time you are almost 50, your focus is saving property for yourself and your future and your children and your grandchildren. And then to get your children married, and then you have to take care of your grandchildren. So, where is the time? Where is the time for your self realization? So, the affairs of the world will go on forever. Do not delay the practice of meditation. Meditation should be there right from the early days, right from your childhood. Every day there should be meditation. And then you have to do the other activities. That is a perfect balance. The golden middle path is again an important teaching of Gautama. While the first teaching is non-dependency, apodipabhava, the second important teaching is the golden middle path. Everything should be in balance. You should not go to extremes. Buddha is never for extremes. Buddha is always for middle path. Golden middle path simply means don't go to left and extreme left, don't go to extreme right. Stay centered. Be the best of both the worlds. Golden middle path means be the best of both the worlds. Be the best of the physical world. Be the best of the spiritual. Be the best of both the worlds. Your spiritual world and your physical world should have equal focus in your life. In your life journey, there should be equal focus. Then you are in the perfect middle path. Only a person who is in the perfect middle path, golden middle path, only he knows what life is. Only he can enjoy life. People who are in extremes, they might have all the wealth, they might have all the comforts, but they're not in enjoyment. It might appear like they're enjoying, but back of their mind, there is always a tension, there is always a worry, there is always a concern, there is always certain insecurities. A person who is in the middle path, he knows perfect attachment, perfect detachment. Middle path simply means 50% attachment, 50% detachment. And to be detached is not so easy. It becomes easy when you know the spiritual science. When you have the spiritual understanding, detachment naturally comes to you. Sometimes people program themselves to be detached. It doesn't work. You cannot program yourself to be detached, but rather increase your awareness. Focus on spiritual science. Educate yourself. What is nitya? What is anitya? What is temporary? What is permanent? When you educate yourself, when you give yourself the spiritual education, then detachment comes very naturally. And attachment also comes very natural. Because when you're enjoying something, you are enjoying totally. The spiritual education is the mother of all education. With the right understanding of life, that's why Gautam Buddha began with the right understanding in his eightfold path. The first is right understanding. Right understanding of life. When you have the right understanding, then naturally everything follows. The middle path comes naturally. The attachment, detachment comes naturally. So let us focus on the eightfold path, the 8 points Gautam Buddha has spoken about. While you might have heard about it many times, it is very important you hear about it again and again. So let me share the slide so that it helps you to have a visual presentation so that it can go deeper. You can see my screen. Yes. So this is the Noble Eightfold Path. There are 8 points which relates to your wisdom, which relates to your ethics, and which relates to your concentration, like right efforts, right concentration, and right meditation. So the first one is the right views. Second is right intentions. Third is right speech. Fourth is right actions. The fifth is right livelihood. Sixth is right efforts. The seventh is right concentration. The eighth is right meditation. And when you are listening to this subject, you have to understand that it is a work in progress. It takes many lifetimes to perfect it. To perfect this, it takes many lifetimes. But the first step is, are you having the right views? Are you having the right intentions? Is your understanding of life right? Is your efforts right? So that is the first thing you should check. Let the results take its own time. Let the process takes its own time. But you have to begin with the right understanding. You have to begin with the right understanding of life, right views, samadhi. Right views. What is the right view of life? The right view of life is to know the truth. The definition of the truth is what is temporary, what is eternal. Every day, at least once, at least for a few minutes, we should always check what is temporary, what is eternal. The definition of truth is that which is eternal is the truth. So every day you have to remember that you are Atma. You have come here as a temporary visitor. There is no death for the soul. The soul is eternal. All the rest of the things are temporary. Your money is temporary. Your properties are temporary. Your relationships are temporary. Your name and fame is temporary. Everything you see on the planet Earth is temporary. There's one thing which is eternal. Your soul is eternal. And why has your soul come? Your soul has come to expand itself. Your soul has come for its own enlightenment. Your soul has come to celebrate life to the fullest. And the right view of life is anybody can become a Buddha. It is not only Gautama who is capable of becoming Buddha. Anybody can become a Buddha. If Jesus can become the Christ, if Gautama can become Buddha, why not we? Everybody can. We're all the same. Anybody can do anything. Some people, they have this wrong understanding that there are some special people who are born and they can do special things. Buddha is a special person. He can do great things. How can we do? This is a wrong understanding of life. This is a wrong view of life. My guru is great. He can do great things. I'm a normal person. What can I do? When you have this, it is a wrong understanding. If my guru can do great things, he is my inspiration. I can also do great things. All the gurus are there for inspiration. All the devas and devatas are there for inspiration. They're an example that if they can do, anybody can do. This is the teaching of every enlightened master. Whether it is Buddha, whether it is Muhammad, whether it is Jesus, every enlightened master said the same thing. Anybody can become a Buddha. There is no special child of God. All are the same. We are all the children of God. We are all the speck of consciousness which has come from the same Paramatma. This Atma, this soul, has come from the same Paramatma. We're all the same. We're all the speck of the same God consciousness. And another important view is non-dependency. And you should not feel helpless. You can do anything you want. That is the right view of life. I can do anything I want. Taking responsibility. Spirituality is all about taking responsibility. For example, you want money. You just want money and money doesn't come to you. You complain about it. You feel helpless. I want to be a rich person, but what can I do? I'm not rich. If you feel helpless, then that is a wrong understanding of life. Life gives equal opportunity for everybody. If you want to be a rich person, then you have to make the right efforts. You have to be smart. You need to know the art of earning money. When you know the art of earning money and when you put in the right efforts, naturally the money will come. At any point of time, no helplessness. So you can do anything you want, and anybody can do anything. And non-dependency. Non-dependency is the signature of enlightenment. If you're an enlightened person, then that means you are not dependent on others. Independency. Non-dependency means independency. Independency is the hallmark of enlightenment. You are independent to think whatever you want. You are independent to speak whatever you want. You are independent to do whatever you want. Your happiness is not dependent on others. You are independent. Your joy is self-dependent. Your happiness is self-dependent. Everything is self-dependent. And when you realize that, you are enlightened. And the right view of life is only this moment exists. Past is past. Gatam gatam. You cannot bring the past. And future is unknown. So life is happening in the present moment. So don't postpone the things. Whatever you want to do, only this moment is available. You want to do meditation, this moment is available. Don't postpone. Some people will have this, okay, I will start from the Purnami. I will start from Amavasya. I will start tomorrow. No, only this moment is real. You want to do meditation, this moment you close your eyes and meditate. You want to do something good to others, don't postpone. This moment you feel like doing good to others, do this moment. Anything you want to do, don't postpone. Only this moment is real. Next moment, you never know what happens. Okay, so that is the right view of life. Again, to summarize, the right view of life is non-dependency. And you can do anything you want, and anybody can do anything they want. And don't postpone the things. 3 points. Always live in the present moment. The second point, Samma Sankalpa. Samma Sankalpa, it is a Pali language. It is a language spoken those days. Sankalpas means intentions. Samma means right. Right intentions. Or in other words, right desires. An example we have in India is Ravana. Ramayana and Mahabharata became the great epics because Ramayana and Mahabharata, they are the symbols of righteousness, and dharma. Mahabharata is all about a fight between dharma and adharma. And Ramayana is because of the wrong desires of Ravana. Because of the wrong desires of Ravana, Rama has to go and kill Ravana. So when you have wrong desires, you will suffer. That is the point to understand it. Your suffering is because of your wrong desires. When you have the right desires, then you help yourself from suffering. Right intentions or right desires simply means your desires should not hurt others. Whatever you desire, it should be the right desire. You have the desire to go for a holiday. You have the desire to enjoy life. But that desire should not hurt others. You should not bargain with your travel agent, when you go for the taxi or when you're going to the restaurant or when you are buying the things in the shop. You are on a holiday. You have the right desire to enjoy. So you should pay the right price. Cheating others, bargaining others, trying to undercut their profits, that is not correct. Live and let live. Your desires should make you happy, and simultaneously your desires should make others also happy. At least if the others are not happy, you should not hurt others' feelings. Your desire should not hurt others' feelings. That is the most important point. And if you think I will exploit another person, okay, I am the boss of the company. I have 10 workers, and those 10 workers don't have proper education. So I will exploit the situation and extract more work. Instead of making them work 8 hours, I'll make them work 10 hours so that I can get more profits. Wrong desires. Because the mindset is evil. The mindset is, I should be happy. I should get all the good things. I should get more profits, more money. And it doesn't matter what happens to the other person. That is evil thinking. That is a wrong desire. Non-exploitation. The second point, the most important point to remember is your desires should be right desires. You cannot think about stealing others' property. Stealing of others' property, having a desire on somebody else's husband, somebody else's wife, that is wrong desire. If you want a beautiful wife, you focus on trying to get a beautiful wife for yourself. Why do you want to snatch others' wife? Wrong desire. You want to earn money by paying rightful wages. Earn more profits. If you are owner of a company, you have a business and you have workers working for you. The right desire is for you to be prosperous. Simultaneously, all your workers should also be prosperous. That is the right desire. While your factory or company is making money for you, you should share the profits with all the people who are working hard for it. That is the right desire. You want to be a rich person, and simultaneously you want others also to be prosperous. That is the right desire. You want to be rich, but you don't care what happens to the other person. You don't care about your employees, your workers. That is wrong desire. Then the next point is right speech. This is a very, very important point, and I'll exclusively speak about this topic on another day. But the important point to remember is your words are very, very powerful. Your words are very powerful. When you speak negative, negative happens to you. Your words are very powerful. What comes out of your mouth, it can empower you or it can destroy you. Just that capacity. The words have the capacity to empower you or destroy you. So never speak negative. If you speak negative, it is going to affect you. It is going to destroy you. And Vak Shuddhi means, Shuddhi means purity. Your words should be pure. Speaking always the truth. You should not speak just because you want an applause. Some people, they get onto the stage and they speak things even though they don't mean it. They speak it because they want to get an applause. That is not the right speech. The right speech means, the definition of the right speech means what you feel in your heart, what you intend to speak, you speak. Your, your thoughts, your feelings, and your words should be in alignment, because your words are the expression of your soul. When you express what you really feel and what you really think, that is the right speech. Again, you have to speak to the point. You have to speak scientifically. Your words, your speech should be backed up with sufficient data and research. That is speaking scientifically. And never speak insulting anybody. Everybody is right from their point of view. Another person might be wrong, but you don't need to insult him through your words. Be compassionate. Be compassionate in your words. Never speak anything which is insulting to anyone. Right speech also means speaking straight to the point, and your words is always empowering. No negativity, no gossip, no speaking behind the back. To cultivate this, it's not so easy. You need a lot of awareness. You need a lot of meditation. You need a lot of mauna. You need a lot of mindfulness. Lot of meditation, lot of practice of meditation, lot of practice of mauna, a lot of practice of mindfulness. Very important. The next is right actions. Right actions. What is the definition of right action? The right action is something which benefits you and simultaneously it benefits another person. That is the right action. The right action is that which is benefiting you and benefiting the other person simultaneously. That is right action. When it is benefiting another person, it is good karmas. If you do something which is benefiting you but not benefiting others, that is wrong action. If you do something which is only benefiting the other person but it is harming you, then that is also not right action. If you do something which is benefiting the other person but it is harming you, that is also not the right action. For example, somebody comes and asks for financial help. No, your friend or your close relative, they will come and ask for a financial help because they are in some emergency. When you have the money, you share the money, you lend the money, that is okay. But you yourself don't have the money. And just because you want to make sure that they are helped and you go and borrow, you get a loan from another person, and you are helping another person, that is not the right action. The right action is something which helps you and also helps the other person simultaneously. Helping another person at the cost of your own self is not right action. An example is, if you go to a teacher, you want to learn some subject, you want to learn his expertise, then the right action is you need to be humble and obedient. If you are humble and obedient, then the teacher is willing to teach everything he knows. If you are not humble and if you are not obedient, then the teacher doesn't want to teach you anything. And when you are a sincere student, it motivates the teacher to teach more. So that is the example of right action. The right action is something which benefits you and also it benefits others. When you ask the right question, the teacher is in full of joy. Right action simply means your actions should benefit you and also it should benefit others. The next is right livelihood. Right livelihood, how you are sustaining your body, how you are sustaining life on the planet Earth. How is your life sustaining on the planet Earth? Are you eating the right food? The right food is the food of love and compassion and gratitude. The wrong food is the food of pain and suffering. You want to go buy vegetables and you are bargaining from the farmer, and the farmer is at loss, but the poor farmer is helpless because you are bargaining and exploiting the situation because his produce is going to go waste. So you bargain with him, and then you quote a less price and you buy the vegetables. That food is also not the right food. Right food is the food of gratitude, love. The farmer produces the food, the vegetables and the fruits. And when you are buying from him, you should have a smile on his face. Then that food has a lot of energy. And that food will sustain this body. It becomes a healthy food. Right. Food of again killing, pain and killing. You are killing an animal or a bird or a fish and eating it to sustain your livelihood, to sustain your body, then that is again a wrong food. Right food is a vegetarian food. And right food also means you earn that food in the rightful means. The money you earn to buy the food should come from your hard work. It should come from your smart work. The money should not come from corruption. The money should not come from stealing. Right livelihood. How you sustain your life. How you sustain your life. How you live your life. How you earn your money. It should be the right means. The money which you earn through the rightful means, through that money, you can live a happy life. If you steal or you earn the money through corruption, you can get comforts, but you cannot get happiness with that money. You can do this experiment. The money you earn with the rightful means alone, that only that money which you earn through the rightful means, only through that money you can enjoy. The money you earn through the wrongful means will become a curse to you. So, when it comes to the right livelihood, there are 2 points to remember. ahimsa, vegetarian food, what food you intake, and what is the source of your livelihood, how you earn the money. These are the 2 points to learn. Then comes the right efforts. Your effort means if you are not interested in something, you should not waste time. You are not interested in music, don't waste time attending the music class. Just because your parents wanted you to go to the music, even though you are not interested, you are going for the sake of your parents. The music will never come to you. That's all wrong efforts. So you should not waste time. You should utilize time in what you are interested in. You are interested in cooking, then naturally you will put your full involvement will be there in the cooking process. Where your interest is, where your passion is, there you will put in the right efforts naturally. If you don't have passion for something and you are doing that just to please others, then the end result is negative. There is no proper result. So you are simply wasting time and energy and efforts. That is wrong efforts. And right efforts also mean whatever you want, you have to learn the art. You have to focus on learning the science behind it. For example, you want to learn cooking, then you focus on learning the science of cooking. You have to make efforts. You have to make the right efforts to understand the art of cooking. You go to your teacher, learn from YouTube, learn from any person. You should learn the art first. And once you have become an expert in that, then you can do your own fusion. Then you can add up your own creativity and create a fusion food. But without learning the right way, without learning the scientific way, you cannot be an expert in that. You cannot excel in that. If you want to excel in something, then the right efforts is a must. Right efforts means you are attentive, you are receptive, you are very attentive, you are receptive to whatever the teacher is saying, you are attentive to every minute details in the learning process, and you are really passionate about it. If you are not passionate, don't waste time. Focus on the things which you are passionate on. Focus on the things which you are interested in. Then your effort is a sincere effort. Your effort becomes a right effort. Okay. So then, right concentration. Right concentration simply means mindfulness. Whatever you do, you focus on that work. You focus on that given task. The definition Buddha gave for mindfulness is walk while you are walking, eat while you are eating. Whatever you do, you focus only on that. No multitasking. Right concentration simply means no multitasking. When you have the right concentration, over a period of time, multitasking comes naturally to you. That is perfect. But you don't scatter your energies and do 10 things at a time. Then you know what happens? There is no efficiency in your work. Your work will not have the efficiency. One thing at a time, then whatever you do will become a masterpiece. There will be efficiency. 100% efficiency will be there when you have the right concentration. Right concentration simply means mindfulness, my dear friends. If you do multitasking, the efficiency will not be there. When there is no efficiency, then you will not be able to have a job satisfaction. There is no job satisfaction, there is no work satisfaction because the efficiency is not there. So, one thing at a time, right concentration, complete focus, 100% focus, 100% awareness on that given particular task. Then naturally, your work is efficient. Naturally, any work you do becomes a beauty. Any art becomes a beautiful art when you're 100% focused. Okay. So next, the right meditation, the final point, the right meditation. In the right meditation is no mantras, no visualization, no expectations, and 100% awareness on your natural breath. And quality witnessing. Quality witnessing means you are in the surrender mode. You are in the your mind is totally surrendered to your breath. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. You simply totally relax, sit comfortably, and let the witnessing happen. From an active witness, you get into naturally a passive witness. The breath is already happening. In the beginning, your focus, you use a little bit of the mind in the beginning to focus on the breath. But slowly, slowly, your witnessing quality increases. And from an active witness, you become a passive witness. Passive witness means you are not doing anything, the witnessing is happening. So that's the right meditation. You begin with observing the breath. That is the definition of right meditation. Your mind should surrender to the breath. How does your mind surrender to the breath? Your mind surrenders to the breath when there is no expectations, when your 100% focus is on the breath, when you are not involved in any mantras, when you're not involved in any visualizations. This is the right meditation. So this is the eightfold path. When you follow these 8 steps in your life, then you're bound to experience Buddhahood. This is the teachings of a great master. He has shared his own life experience. How to be a Buddha. He has become a Buddha, and his teachings are how to become a Buddha. If you are a great musician, your teaching will be all about music. The Buddha is a great enlightened master. His teaching is all about enlightenment. Buddhahood means enlightenment. Again, in these 8 steps, you need to cross verify in which area I need to improvise. I'm speaking too much. I'm speaking unnecessarily. This is the area I need to focus on. Okay, how do I do it? I practice more and more Mauna. I practice more meditation. That is how you train yourself. Only you can do. Remember again, nobody will help you. Only you can help yourself through your own sadhana with the right efforts. When you start with right views, right intentions, everything is right, right intentions, right views, right desires, right speech, right actions, right livelihood, right efforts, right concentration, and right meditation. When everything is right, right is bound to happen. Enlightenment is bound to happen. It's easy to remember. Buddha's eightfold path is very, very easy to remember. First is your view of life, your whole view of life, right views. And then the right intentions, the right desires. Then comes the right words, right speech. Then comes the actions. Then comes the actions. Through the actions, there should be no corruption, no stealing, right livelihood. Feeding the body, right food, right livelihood. After the right speech, right work, right livelihood is what goes in the mouth. How is the food? Through which means you have earned that food, right livelihood. Then efforts, your efforts should be, they should not be 1 step forward, 2 steps backwards. The right efforts is always moving forward. In spite of all the obstacles, move forward. There might be many, many challenges. There might be many obstacles. but don't go behind. Don't put a back step. Hold your ground. Keep moving forward. Right efforts. Be sincere and be serious. Have a regular practice of meditation, regular contemplation, everyday contemplation about your life, everyday swadhyaya, everyday reading books, everyday sajjana sangatyam. These are all right efforts and right concentration, one thing at a time. Let every work you do focus on the efficiency, one thing at a time. When you do one thing at a time, you will enjoy that work. You can do this as an experiment. When you put your entire focus on whatever you are doing, you will enjoy it. Take the example of cooking. Try cooking mindfully. You will enjoy the cooking process. Try cleaning the house mindfully. You will enjoy the cleaning process. If you're not mindful, it drains you. You feel tired. When you do mindfully, you don't feel tired. You can do this as an experiment. Any work you do, when you do mindfully, you will enjoy it. You will not lose energy. You will not become tired. And right meditation, anapanasati meditation. Okay. So if you have any questions, I will take 2-3 questions and we'll conclude this session. Next, we are having a chakra session as well in 2-3 hours time, 9 p.m. India time. We will be focusing on the Muladhara chakra. If you see this, all the spiritual teachings, all the spiritual talks, they're all connected. You know? It's the same truth expressed in different words. It's the same essence of truth, trying to understand from different dimensions. The depth of your understanding increases. Whether you read Bible or Quran or Bhagavad Gita, it's the same. The essence is the same. Understanding the chakra system is nothing but a process of self-realization, making yourself a better version. Everything ends in Ananda. Anything you do, the end result is Ananda, celebration. But only when you do the right things, the celebration will happen. For that, you have to take lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. Learn. Whatever you learn, you implement. Whatever you learn, you implement in life. So it takes its own time. No hurry. Let it take any number of lifetimes. Your focus is, are you enjoying this moment? You don't need to learn everything in one lifetime. No hurry. But are you learning the right thing? That is important. Are you learning the right way? No comparison. Don't compare yourself with the other person. The other person might have taken 400 lifetimes and you would have taken only 200 lifetimes. How can you compare your journey with his journey? Or another person would have taken only 50 lifetimes. How can you judge him? You would have taken 300 lifetimes. The other person would have taken only 50 lifetimes. A person who has taken only 50 lifetimes, his entire focus is on earning money and property and name and fame, survival. And your focus is on enlightenment. How can you compare? How can you judge? This happens within the same family. Within the family, there is a baby soul, enlightened soul. No comparison, no judgments. So you are ready for that education. You focus on that education. Let them take their own time to learn. And you have to remember everybody is a child of God. We're all the same. Probably you would have learned the money lessons many lifetimes ago. And now you have other lessons to learn. So spirituality helps to have meaningful relationships, meaningful interpersonal relationships. Imagine in your house you are meditating and only you are focusing on your growth, and you are not comfortable within your family members, you are not comfortable within your colleagues and friends, then you cannot live a happy life. Okay. So, spirituality means inclusiveness. How you can make yourself inclusive with everybody around you, with a proper understanding of their situation. Only when you understand your situation, you will be able to understand other situation. So, self realization comes first, God realization comes later. Okay. First question, Manas. We'll take these two questions and then we'll conclude the session.
Sure. Hari Om, sir. I'm Manas from Bangalore. Sir, I have a question. Vegetarianism, right? So where we don't give pain to others for whatever we eat. There is something people on the Jainism side, people go for even not the vegetables which are what we don't uproot from the soil because they see that there is a life in the plant, so they don't want to do that. So is it like whenever I try
can you come again with the question, sir? Your voice is not so clear.
Sure. Sir, is it clear now, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So I was leaning more towards the Jainism side, where people don't uproot the plants to eat the rooted vegetables, right? So that is more painless way because they people think plants also have life. So, but vegetarianism in general doesn't talk about that. It talk you we can eat anything which comes from plant kingdom, right? So is it should we more lean towards something which the nature gives on its own, like fruits dropping from the plants, which is more probably karma-less diet, and that is more painless? Should we lean towards that?
Okay, you are asking about the root vegetables.
Right, sir.
See,
Right.
even the root vegetables like onions, potatoes, carrots, all the root vegetables. I think the harvesting is once they finish the cycle, plant life cycle.
Okay.
The root produces the food in the roots. The root vegetables, it's fully developed. It's ready to harvest towards the end of the life cycle of the plant. Okay, so yes, in Jainism they don't eat the roots vegetables, food of the roots. That is a choice. But first you focus on vegetarianism. First ahimsa. First is ahimsa to the evolved beings like animals, birds, fishes. And if you are so sensitive, then it is your choice to avoid root vegetables also. But in generally, the plants produce the food in the roots, and the food is fully prepared towards the end of the life cycle of the plant. And the plant naturally, falls off. Once it finishes the lifespan, the plant naturally dries up. Then you can harvest the food and eat. There's nothing wrong in it. But if you are concerned, then again it's your choice. It is your choice to be how sensitive you want to be. It's again your choice.
Sure, sir. Because whenever I try to, I'm not trying to harm anybody. I'm completely vegan now. After I saw the harm that is happening to the animals, also to get the milk and milk products and all that. But whenever I try to convince somebody, they say ki in the plants also there are alive. So why are you hurting them? I don't have any answer.
You are
So
not
that's
supposed
why
to convince anybody. You are not supposed to convince anybody.
Sure,
Okay.
sir.
The more spiritual you are, the more you don't argue. There is a statement, don't argue with fools. Okay. So you should not convince anybody. Don't try to convince anybody. Speak the truth.
Sure, sir. Not even our family members. That's what you're saying. I mean, my son or somebody. I'm trying
To
to
everybody,
show
to
the right path.
to every person,
Sure.
you speak the truth.
Sure.
You speak the truth and don't convince. It's up to them whether they want to listen the truth or not. You speak the truth. Speaking the truth is your dharma. It's your duty. But convincing is interference. If they ask for more explanation, if they ask for more clarity, you can share more clarity, more wisdom, but no convincing.
Thank you, sir. That was my question. Thank you so much.
Okay. So next is okay. Hari Om.
Atmanand sir, I am Hari Om from Delhi, sir.
Yes, sir.
So just wanted a little bit of light on the path of enjoying both spirituality and materialistic life. You say 50-50%. So till now, most of us have been living more of the materialistic life. So how to get balance in this environment?
Very simple. Practice meditation every day. Read books every day. Balance will automatically come.
Okay.
Read right spiritual books. Do meditation. And after you practice meditation, you know what is meditation, you got the benefits of meditation, then you teach meditation. You share meditation with others. You spread meditation. That is your spiritual life. You learning meditation, you practicing meditation, you teaching meditation, and you spreading meditation is your spiritual life.
Mm-hmm.
You learning spiritual science, you practicing spiritual science, you implementing spiritual science, you teaching spiritual science is your spiritual life.
Mm-hmm.
Physical life you perfectly know.
Mm-hmm.
So, in any given 24 hours, at least 3 to 4 hours per day, you focus on your spiritual journey. Then naturally the balance will happen. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So next is Nidhi Gupta.
Yeah, good evening, sir. My question is like I am working, I'm a teacher working in my department. So right now I am in much dilemma after listening to your wisdom that we need to do the right thing the right way. Our actions should always be right. So the dilemma here is that I have like few papers to be signed by my department, and they are the very genuine papers and they need to be signed, and like I need to pay somebody to get them signed, and if I don't pay the person, then my my document will not be signed and I'll have to wait for maybe 2 or 3 years. I mean it is like shortcut way to get my thing done, but the that's I mean I don't know what to do after I'm on a spiritual path, and yeah, that's it.
The answer is very
So
simple,
what to
man.
do? Yeah.
The answer is very simple. Do the right things will happen. You ask your consciousness what is the right thing to do
I
and follow
know.
your consciousness. And follow the consciousness.
Okay.
When you do the right things, you may not get results immediately. You might go through some challenges, but right things will happen to you. When you are in the shortcut process, it appears like you are getting all the benefits, but at a later stage, it's of no use. It will leave you. Or the things which you have gained is of not much use. So, very simple. Ask your consciousness and follow your consciousness.
Okay.
I am not here to say what is right and what is wrong. Ask your heart space, ask your consciousness. It will tell you what is right and what is wrong. When you think about, okay, there are two things to do, okay, this way or this way, you feel what if you take this way, how you feel in your heart. You feel good, you feel expanded, then that is the right thing. Now imagine you are doing this way, then how you feel in your heart. You're feeling little contrasted, you're feeling shrink, you're feeling uncomfortable, then that is not the right thing for you. So follow your heart.
Sir, I'm
But
feeling that
the most important
if
thing
I
is while you are following the heart, the most important thing is the right education. The right education is that you know when you do the right things, even though it is delayed, the right thing will happen. Okay. But if you do the wrong thing, then no matter what, only wrong things will come back to you. What you sow, so you reap. Now you know the answer.
Okay, thank you for the wisdom.
I can give a straightforward answer to you. I can give, but if I give, then what will happen to your own mastery? I want you to be a master. That's why I'm asking you to tune into your heart. When you tune into your heart and when you take the right decision, you feel empowered. The next time you don't need to ask anything to anybody. Feel in your heart and do the right things. That is how you become an empowered person. That is how you become a master. Okay. So next, Maha.
குட் ஈவினிங் சார். நான் டெல்லியில இருந்து 1 இயர்க்கு முன்னாடியே சார் உங்களுடைய வீடியோஸ் பார்த்து நான் மெடிடேஷன் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணேன் சார்.
Can you speak in English?
So Tamil I am comfortable sir.
Yeah, you make your efforts. Share
something about 2 months back sir, I went to Buddhagaya sir, in Bihar.
Yes.
புத்தாஸ் டீச்சிங்ஸ் ஆர் அப்போ நீங்க கிளாஸ்ல சொன்ன மாதிரி இந்த நிறைய விஷயங்கள் இப்போ கிளாஸ்ல நீங்க சொன்னீங்க. ஆனா அந்த புத்த கயாக்கு போயனப்போ நான் 3 hours அங்க மெடிடேஷன் பண்ணேன் சார். அங்க உட்காந்து அந்த புத்தர் என்லைட்மெண்ட் ஆன அந்த பிளேஸ்ல உட்காந்து நான் 3 hours மெடிடேஷன் பண்ணேன் சார். நிறைய விஷயம்ஸ் வந்துச்சு, நிறைய விஷயம் வந்தது. என்னுடைய இது என்னன்னா, புத்தர் சொன்ன எந்த விஷயத்தையுமே வந்து அங்க இருக்க நிறைய கண்ட்ரீஸ்ல இருந்து வந்த பீப்புள் வந்து ஃபாலோ பண்ணல சார். எல்லாருமே நிறைய பூஜை புனஸ்காரம் வேற வேற கண்ட்ரீஸ்ல இருந்து வந்து புத்தரை வந்து ஒரு காடு மாதிரி வந்து அவங்க செலிப்ரேட் பண்றாங்க, பூஜை பண்றாங்க. நிறைய கண்ட்ரீஸ்ல இருந்து பெரிய பெரிய அபிஷியல்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்திருந்தாங்க. அவங்கெல்லாம் வந்து பூஜை மாதிரி பண்றாங்க. நிறைய நம்ம ஊர்ல இப்போ டெம்பிள்ஸ்ல என்ன மாதிரி பூஜை புனஸ்காரம் இருக்கோ அதெல்லாம் கூட பண்றாங்க சார். ஸோ அது வந்து பார்த்தேன். மெடிடேஷன் வந்து இந்த மாதிரி மஸ்கிட்டோஸ் மாதிரி நெட் மாதிரி எல்லாம் போட்டு அதுக்குள்ளார உட்காந்துட்டு யாரும் டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்ணாத மாதிரி 2 hours 3 hours கண்டினியூஸா வந்து உள்ளேயே உட்காந்து மெடிடேஷன் பண்ற மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு. இந்த மாதிரி நம்ம மெடிடேஷன் வந்து நேச்சுரலா நடக்கணும் அப்படிங்கிறது ஒரு விஷயம் இருக்கு. அப்போ அவங்க ரொம்ப கஷ்டப்படுத்தி பண்ற மாதிரி அவர் புத்தா டீச்சிங்க்கு அகைன்ஸ்டா பண்ற மாதிரி நிறைய விஷயங்கள் வந்து நான் புத்தகயால வந்து பார்த்தேன் சார். ஸோ அதை வந்து உங்க கூட ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கணும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஏன்னா புத்தரோட விஷயமே வந்து பி எ மாஸ்டர் அப்படிங்கிறது தான்.
ஓகே புரியுது. Any question?
And one more question சார். நான் 1 year ஃபாலோ பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன் சார் இந்த பிரீதிங். என்னோட லைஃப்ல நிறைய சேஞ்சஸ் இருக்கு சார். இப்போ ரீசெண்டா வந்து நான் வந்து 2 hours டெய்லி பண்றேன் சார் மெடிடேஷன். என்னுடைய கிரவுன் சக்கரா ஏரியால இந்த இடத்துல இருந்து ஹேர் திடீர்னு வந்து காணா போச்சு சார். நான் இங்க டெர்மட்டாலஜிஸ்ட் எல்லாம் வந்து செக் பண்ணேன் சார். எந்த ஹெல்த் இஷ்யூஸ் எதுவுமே இல்லை. பட் வேற ஏதாவது நீங்க ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்றீங்களா அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ஏதாவது கேட்டாங்க. பட் நான் அவங்க கிட்ட ரிவீல் பண்ணல என்ன பண்றேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு. ஸோ இஸ் இட் நார்மல் ஆர் ஸோ ஐ வாண்ட் டு நோ த ரீசன் வை சடன்லி இட்ஸ் ஹேப்பன். அந்த குழந்தைங்களுக்கு சாஃப்டா இருக்கும்ல சார், அந்த ஹெட்ல அந்த மாதிரி சாஃப்ட்னஸோட இருக்கு.
Okay.
So I want to know the reason.
So let me speak in. Let me share. Translate in English. So
she went to. Yeah.
Okay. So she went to Bodh Gaya in Bihar, and she noticed that not many people are following the teachings of Buddha, but rather than they're into some rituals and other things. And so that is her observation she wants to share. See, it is bound to happen. Once the Guru vacates the body, the teachings naturally are diluted. It is bound to happen. Buddha spoke about no idol worship. Then after Buddha passed away, then they started putting Buddha's idol and started doing prayers and rituals. Okay. So Jesus said, kingdom of God is within, go within. Then in the name of Jesus, people started seeking the popes, the messiahs, and they started seeking God from outside. The popes became very popular because they acted as they told that they are the messenger of God. And Jesus Christ said, the kingdom of God is within, go within. What is the need of a messenger? Similarly, every master's teachings is bound to get diluted. If you want to understand Gautam Buddha, you need to be a meditator. You need to be an intense meditator. then you will understand his teachings. It is like this, if you don't know cricket, you don't know how to play cricket, you cannot understand Dhoni, you cannot understand any great cricket player. Similarly, if you don't practice anapanasati, you don't understand the greatness of Gautam Buddha. The same thing. And you ask the question that you've been meditating for 1 year, and then, yes, you have got a lot of benefits, and you had a hair loss in your crown chakra area. What can I say? When you do the right things, everything is perfect. You do the right meditation. Yes, some people, it happens with some people. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. Okay, in spite of all your checks into dermatologist, the doctor said everything is fine. So, in general, when you receive a lot of cosmic energy, you feel a certain heaviness in the head, and you feel a lot of heat in the crown chakra area. That is natural. Don't worry about it. Continue the practice. Okay. Compared to your hair fall, your wisdom is more important.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir.
So don't be too much worried about hair and nails and other things. Just focus on your what is permanent, what is not permanent.
Yes.
Okay. So don't be discouraged with the hair fall. Continue meditation.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, so we'll take the final 2 questions. It's getting late, but still we'll take final 2 questions quickly. Harsha.
Namaste, sir. My question is the explanation you did gave for the example of the friend is not having a money and he comes to you. Can you explain it again? I didn't get it properly.
So the right efforts means your effort should benefit you, and also your effort should benefit others simultaneously. In the name of helping another person, being a savior, you are hurting yourself. That is not the right actions. That is not the right efforts. Your effort to help your effort to help a friend is hurting you in return, because you don't have the money. You are borrowing money with a greater interest rate, the higher interest rate. So it is hurting. So that is not the right efforts. As an example, I said, you can help somebody only when you have. If you don't have, then you cannot hurt yourself in the name of helping others. Okay. You got it? I just said as an example. Again, whether you want to help your friend or not, it's your choice. Don't be in a savior attitude. That is the point. Your effort, this is a very important point to remember. Your effort should help you and help another person simultaneously. That is the right effort. For example, a close friend comes and asks for money. You have the money, and you feel good to help him. So while helping him, you also feel good, and he also feels good. That is the right effort. Suppose he is asking money, but you don't feel like giving, then tell him that I don't want to help you. I cannot help you. Be upfront. It is better to be upfront rather than regretting later on. It is better to be upfront rather than regretting later on. So right effort means you should feel good. Anything you do, you should feel good also. Just because to please another person, or just because another person might think something bad about you, you are doing something, then it is wrong. Okay. Next, final question, Basilica.
Hi, Pradeep Vijay. Hi, everyone. I'm Basilika from Chennai. So my question is on Samma Vacha. So Pradeep Ji, if we utter any negative word, what is the probability that I will attract that situation in my life? Whether it depends on my karma or it doesn't depend on my karma, Will I attract it or will I not attract? My question is whether it depends on my karma or not. Any negative word that I utter.
You have sown a seed. What is the probability the seed will sprout? I'm asking you a question. You have sown a seed. What is the probability the seed will sprout?
50-50.
What? How 50-50?
It also depends on other factors, right? The soil, water content.
No, my question is you have sown the seed in the right place, the right temperature, the right soil conditions.
Then 100%.
So you got the answer. So you're asking if you speak negative, what is the probability? See, the moment you have spoken a negative word, you have already created the karma. Karma doesn't mean only action. Karma also involves your words. So the moment you have spoken negative, you are bound to get negative. So that's why you have to be very careful. No negativity. Yes, out of lack of awareness, you have spoken certain things. That is okay. Past is past. But at least from this moment onwards, be aware, be alert. What you have spoken, you cannot retrieve it, you cannot correct it. But at least from now onwards, don't speak negative. Speak always positive things. Speak miraculous things. Okay. See, you learned the lesson not to speak negative. That matters. Okay. Then you will not repeat the same mistake. When if you're not repeating the same mistake, then you are not stuck in the karmic loop. Focus on this moment. This moment, don't speak negative. The next moment, don't speak negative. So when you go to the next moment, that becomes the present moment. Correct? There is no tomorrow. When tomorrow happens, that becomes today. So always be aware. Your awareness is in the present moment. So when you focus on the awareness in the present moment, then you will catch hold of yourself before you speak anything negative. Okay, so when you're asking the question about speaking negative, will that manifest based on your karma or not? No, the very word you speak negative puts in action the karma. The karma is already begin. Okay. So with awareness, you can avoid unnecessary suffering. Got the point?
So the words itself will create.
You know what Jesus Christ said? What goes into the mouth that doesn't defiles the person, but what comes out of the mouth that defiles the person. Defiles means destroy. What goes into the mouth that doesn't destroy the person. Okay, but what comes out of the mouth, it destroys the person. Defiles the person. What goes into the mouth that doesn't defiles the person, but what comes out of the mouth that defiles you. This is a statement of Jesus Christ. So you should be very careful what kind of words are coming out, because the words have the power to destroy you. So you have to be very careful. Of course, what goes into the mouth, you have to face the consequences. You eat wrong type of food, then your body suffers. That consequences you have to bear. Wrong food, the consequences is on the body level. But wrong words, the consequences on the life. Okay, so that's what he said. What goes into the mouth that doesn't defiles the person, but what comes out of the mouth that defiles the person. Okay. Wrong food is on the body level. Wrong words is on life. Okay.
And one more question. So how to not expect during meditation, Pradeep?
Very simple. Very simple. You know that expectations comes from mind. Any expectations comes from mind. So the meditation process is all about emptying the mind. So the very expectations becomes a hindrance for you to experience the empty state. With this understanding, you drop the expectations. Okay.
Okay.
The more you educate yourself, the more naturally you know what to do, what not to do. So here the education is expectations comes from your mind. I am meditating to empty the mind. If I have expectation, that my own expectations becomes my own obstacle. When you know that your own expectations is going to become an obstacle, then very naturally you will drop the expectations. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And we'll see you again for the second session of the chakras. Today we'll be discussing about the root chakra, very important chakra. The fundamental Mooladhara is Moola Adhara. Fundamental, the base chakra, the foundation. So I'll see you in a couple of hours. Thank you very much. Enjoy your journey. Bye.